Welcome to version 20.1 of DocStar ECM. First things first, you might notice that the login screen looks a little different. We've added an integration with Epicor Identity Provider, so if you want, you can log into DocStar ECM with the same credentials you use for other Epicor products, or use multi-factor authentication. This new login experience also carries over to the client service application. If you notice that the password field isn't there, just remember that when you enter your URL and username, the next thing you'll see is a pop-up window to enter your password. Enter it in the screen, click Login, and you're good to go. You've probably noticed the new look inside as well. This is Kinetic Theming, which introduces a contemporary look and feel and matches the look of other Epicor products. Even though the color scheme and fonts are different, everything is still where you're used to finding it, so we hope you'll enjoy this refreshed appearance. Your workflow queue is still the same as it used to be. Quick searches still function the way you remember, and all of the elements on the retrieve screen are exactly where you remember them. The document viewer still shows your document on the right and your fields on the left. For customers using integrated systems with Epicor ERP and DocStar ECM, we've added some improvements to make your workday faster and better. We've standardized a number of items and have improved our use of the REST API, which makes it easier and faster to implement, and improves performance for things like invoices with thousands of lines. Speaking of hundreds of thousands of lines, who wants to review all that? The new Auto Match task can be used to help identify solutions where you need to match receipts to invoices and makes the entire process much easier. Next up, we've heard your requests, and I'm happy to report we've answered. You can now use the Add Stamp task to automatically add stamps to your documents. This task can use text or image stamps and can be set to automatically place a stamp in the top left corner of the first page it's operated on. You can also define a region and stamp for all pages. If you've ever found yourself wanting to exclude certain terms in a search for a document, you can now do that using the Does Not Equal filter in the Search Fields panel. This works on almost all of our data types, so whether it's text, numbers, or dates, you're good to go. For customers who need to monitor disk usage, we've introduced two new features for you. The Data Usage Report screen has been updated to be clearer and easier to read. Also, you can now disable the process of creating image renderings by content type to save on storage space too. We've also enhanced our integration with DocuSign. If you receive envelopes with multiple items, DocStar ECM can now create multiple documents for each separate item included in an envelope. Finally, we've added a user preference override to make working with different date and number formats easier. If, for example, your site is configured to show US formatted date and number values, but you'd like to view it in a Latin American or any other regional format, you can select that from the Environment settings in User Preferences. We hope you'll enjoy these new features as much as we've enjoyed building them for you. You can find out more about each feature by opening Guided Learning and searching, or by taking the What's New in 20.1 course in Care Central.